The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Ridge Forrester will delay his Brooke-Logan reunion. B&B fans will see Ridge pump the brakes out of guilt over Taylor Hayes, so Brooke will have to wait when it comes to their happy ending. After Ridge made that dramatic rescue in Naples, it was easy to feel the writing shift. Ridge almost lost Brooke, so that really shook him up and made him consider what a life without her would really look like. Once Ridge did CPR and got Brooke breathing again, he realized he couldn't keep taking her for granted. Ridge held Brooke close and seemed committed to fixing their broken relationship. At least that's how he felt in that moment. Of course, reality will set in for Ridge once he flies back to Los Angeles. Ridge has a fiancée who's been home waiting for him, so it'll be hard facing Taylor now that he knows Brooke is the one he wants. Since Ridge has broken Taylor's heart more times than he can count, he'll struggle with the thought of doing it again. Ridge may try to come clean about kissing Brooke and having a true love epiphany, but Taylor will still be brimming with excitement over their upcoming wedding. Taylor will act like there's no way that ring's coming off and will play up how Brooke has to find a different future. In the end, Ridge won't be able to go through with dumping Taylor just yet. It's possible Ridge will flat out admit to Brooke that it's because of Taylor's broken heart syndrome and the medical struggles that she's faced. Ridge knows he was a big part of Taylor's pain in the past, so he won't be eager to put her through even more despair. Even if Ridge still plans to end the engagement eventually, he may feel like he has to ease Taylor into this somehow. Ridge won't want to drop breakup news on Taylor out of the blue, so he'll delay the inevitable when it comes to his reunion with Brooke. It's clear that Ridge and Brooke's destiny has been unlocked thanks to all the Italy drama, but it'll take a little more time before they can fully be together. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke will be stuck waiting for Ridge in the meantime, so stay tuned for updates on what's next for these two. Los Angeles mornings had a way of deceiving the heart. The sun poured over the Forrester mansion like melted gold, spilling across white marble floors and expensive floral arrangements. On the surface, it was a picture of perfection, but Ridge Forrester's mind was anything but peaceful. Brooke-Logan's perfume still lingered faintly on his jacket from the night before, a reminder of a kiss they'd both wanted for months. Yet, instead of feeling joy, Ridge woke up with the heavy stone of guilt pressing against his chest. Her name, her smile, her trust, all of it stood between him and the future Brooke was ready to claim again. It had only been 3 weeks since Taylor Hayes walked away from their engagement. She had said she was fine, that she needed time to heal and rediscover herself. Ridge knew better. He had seen the hurt she tried to hide. And now, here he was, ready to dive back into Brooke's arms like Taylor never existed. Ridge poured himself a scotch, even though it was barely past 9 a.m. His thoughts churned. He could almost hear Taylor's voice, calm, loving, telling him that she wanted the best for him. But he also remembered the way her eyes had dimmed when she realized his heart had never fully stopped loving Brooke. It wasn't just guilt. It was the knowledge that somewhere, deep down, a part of him had promised Taylor a forever he couldn't deliver. Brooke had been patient. For once, she wasn't chasing him. She wasn't begging for answers. She was simply waiting, confident that their destiny would take care of itself. That morning, she showed up at Forrester Creations wearing a pale pink blouse that Ridge instantly noticed, the same one she wore the first time he told her he loved her. "Morning, Ridge," she said, her voice soft but charged with unspoken history. "I was thinking, maybe dinner tonight? Just you and me. No interruptions." It would have been so easy to say yes. But the image of Taylor alone in her hotel room, her medical journals scattered across the bed as she tried to distract herself, stabbed at him like glass. "Brooke," Ridge began, his tone uneven. I need more time." Her smile faltered. "Time? Ridge, we've had years of time. Haven't we been through enough to know we belong together?" The silence between them was heavy. Brooke knew that look in his eyes. It wasn't uncertainty about her. It was something else. Something he wasn't saying. Meanwhile, Taylor wasn't as far away as Ridge thought. She had returned quietly to Los Angeles, keeping a low profile. Her time away had been meant for healing, but she found herself drawn back to the city, to her family, to the life she had built. When she ran into Steffi at Il Giardino, the conversation quickly turned toward Ridge. "Mom, he's been spending a lot of time with Brooke," Steffi warned, stirring her coffee. "I don't want you to get blindsided." Taylor gave a sad smile. "I knew this day would come. But I'm okay, Steffi. I just want him to be happy." Yet, later that night, alone in her car outside the Forrester mansion, Taylor's hands gripped the steering wheel tightly. Through the open curtains, she caught a glimpse of Ridge pacing. She could tell he wasn't at ease. Ridge finally broke when he visited Eric that evening. His father had always been a grounding force, and Ridge needed someone who would tell him the truth without sugarcoating it. "I can't go back to Brooke right now," Ridge admitted. "Not after everything with Taylor. She deserves better than me rebounding into Brooke's arms the moment the dust settles." Eric studied him for a long moment. "Ridge, guilt is a heavy chain, but love is the key that breaks it. You need to ask yourself, are you holding back because you love Taylor or because you're afraid to hurt her again?" Ridge didn't have an answer. And that was the problem. 2 nights later, Brooke showed up at Ridge's house unannounced. "I'm done waiting, Ridge," she said firmly, stepping inside. "If you don't want to be with me, say it. If you do, then stop punishing us both." He tried to explain how his heart was tangled, how he couldn't just erase what happened with Taylor. But the more he spoke, the more Brooke's eyes hardened. "This isn't about Taylor," she snapped. "This is about you not being able to let go of the guilt. And until you do, we'll be stuck in this limbo forever." Her words cut deep because they were true. Brooke left without another word, her heels clicking against the tile like a final punctuation mark. Taylor heard about Brooke's confrontation from Steffi the next day, and in a moment of clarity, she decided not to be part of Ridge's indecision anymore. She texted him one simple message: "I'm letting go. Be happy, Ridge." It was the most selfless thing she could do, and the hardest. That night, Ridge sat alone in the dark, Taylor's message glowing on his phone screen. It felt like a door had closed, and with it, the weight on his chest began to lift. For the first time in weeks, he knew what he wanted. Brooke wasn't a fallback. She wasn't a second choice. She was the woman he had loved through every storm. But as he grabbed his keys to go find her, Ridge realized something chilling. In his hesitation, he might have already lost her. When Ridge finally arrived at Brooke's house, her car was gone. The front porch light was off. He called her, but it went straight to voicemail. "Brooke, it's me. I made my choice. It's you. Always you. Call me back." He hung up, but a gnawing feeling told him that Brooke might not be ready to hear it anymore. Somewhere in the night, she was making her own decision, and Ridge could only hope it led back to him. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, love was never just about timing. It was about courage. And Ridge Forrester was about to learn that waiting too long could cost him the one thing he thought he'd never lose again. If you want, I can follow this up with a sequel where Brooke starts dating someone else just as Ridge makes his move, turning the love triangle into a dangerous game of 4. That would really turn the heat up. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.